Good morning, I'm Larry Steinhouse, and welcome to Money Chat Now. Money Chat Now is a politically charged stock market pre-show giving you the politics behind the biggest moves in the stock market. It is presented with comedic common sense by an expert in financial literacy, and hey, that's me, Larry Steinhouse. Hey, today is Monday, February 28th, the last day of the month. I want to welcome you to the show. We are here live on WWDB Radio 860 AM in Philadelphia, and we are live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Hey, you can find me on Facebook, TikTok, and other social media by searching Larry Steinhouse. And just a reminder, of course, if you're watching online, hit that like button, hit that share button, and let everyone know what great stuff's going to be coming up. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the Money Chat Now page on Facebook. And you can comment live during the show on YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter. And please say hi so I know you're watching. Hey, Bill, thanks for watching. I totally appreciate you. By the way, if you're commenting from a group and not the Money Chat Now fan page, your name may not show up on my dashboard, so please go to the Money Chat Now page and comment there so I can recognize you. Money Chat Now, of course, is brought to you by Investor Schooling, and you can attend a complimentary class this Thursday by going to investorschooling.com, and there you will learn about real estate investing and stock options trading from those who do it every day. Hey, real quick, I'm going to say hello to Ken, and I want to say hello to Dan. Dan says, good morning, love this show, all facts all the time. Thanks, Dan, I totally appreciate that. And thanks, Lewis, good morning to you too. All right, so far, on today's show, of course, we're going to be discussing the futures update. We're going to be talking about the war updates, and there are lots of them. We're going to be talking about earnings season ending, crypto and the Ukraine, and Disney's Star Cruiser. Listen up, Linda, this is where I want to go on my next vacation. All right, if you'd like to call into the show, by the way, we're not taking calls today, so let me not give you the number. We take that on Friday. Let's talk about what's going on in the futures. So Friday, it surprised many of us when the Dow jumped 835 points and the S&P jumped 96 points. It seems that on Friday, Wall Street wasn't all that scared of the effect of the war on the market. It looks like today, they're a little more nervous. The futures at one point were down over 500 points last night, and they've been hovering down, between 350 and 500 points this morning. The war is confusing traders, and we're going to get into that shortly. So some of the top movers on Friday were Etsy, E-S-T-Y, as the company crushed earnings expectations. The stock actually closed up over 16%, but just so you understand, it's about 150, and it's still, the stock is selling for 150, and it's still far from the 300 mark that it hit the end of November. The multiple of 43 at this price makes it too expensive for me and makes me feel that it will eventually settle in the 70 to 100 range. So if you guys want to short it, go ahead, but I don't really see it as a play to go up or a long play at all. Dish also moved up as the company was upgraded by JP Morgan. I like the stock at the current price. It appears to be a bargain considering that it's trading much lower than it has all year at a price of 32-ish. And it's trading at only 8 times earnings, which is an incredible multiple, and it still may be a bargain. At the very least, it's probably a great covered call stock, so I think it's a good play if you guys want to do it. Of course, the company I'd like to see crash, Moderna, moved down a bit after a big run on Thursday. Keep in mind that before the scandemic, the stock traded in the $20 to $30 range. The vaccine rush is over, and unless Nancy Pelosi and the other greedy thieves can come up with another variant or another scamdemic, Moderna will probably return back to the under 50 range from 150 where it is now. So keep that in mind. And by the way, the futures, just to take a quick look, what's going on right now? Oh, let's see. Right now, the Dow is only down 300, which is actually better than it was earlier. The S&P is down 45, and the NASDAQ is down 141. Let's talk about the war, because there's a lot to cover here. Hey, real quick, I want to say hello to everybody online. I want to say to Lewis and Joe and Larry and Linda and Mick. And Linda's listening. She can't wait to hear about what I'm going to talk about, the Disney Star Cruiser. All right. This weekend brought a lot of news about the war in Ukraine. And let me see if I could summarize all of it for you. First of all, there have been sanctions against Russia, and they're being put in place as we speak, and Biden is actually expanding them, and some of the effects are starting to hurt the Russians. One interesting piece of information is that the central bank in Russia has raised interest rates to 20% this weekend. The rate hike is designed to offset, now this is weird, increased risks of ruble depreciation and inflation. I don't know, it's kind of weird that they're saying that they want to offset inflation. I would actually think that there would be deflation in a war, but okay, they want to offset inflation. The central bank said, in case you were wondering, by the way, in case you were wondering, the interest rate before this increase was about 9.5%, and although that wasn't a jump from what we're used to here in America, that was still double the current rate a week ago. So basically, the interest rates a couple of weeks ago in Russia was 9.5%, while over here they're 3.5% or 4%. The highest ever interest rate for Russia until now was 14% in 2014, which, by the way, was the year when Russia invaded Crimea and the last set of sanctions kicked in. So Russia is reacting to what they thought was before. They're reacting to the same thing. They think that it's going to kick in. The interest rate in Russia's central bank hit a low of 4.25% in July of 2020, and that means the Russians are used to wild swings in interest rates, even with the new high of 20%. So just keep that in mind that it's different than the numbers here. This weekend, we also saw Ukraine holding Kiev. You know, I have to say, I'm impressed with Ukraine's ability to hold off their attackers. It makes me wonder one of two things. Is the Russian army not as strong as we suspected, or is Putin holding back? Now, unfortunately, I have to say I'm leaning toward the fact that Putin is holding back, but I'm hoping that the Russian army is not being all that strong is the real issue here. The person impressing me the most of all of this is Zelensky, the president of the Ukraine. I'm telling you, this guy's like a superhero. First of all, Zelensky, I don't know if you guys know this, but 3 years ago, he was an actor-comedian who made a run for the presidency. The really weird part was that as an actor, he was playing the part of a man who became president of Ukraine. You talk about the law of attraction, right? He pledged changes and a path to a resolution with Russians, and that was how he got elected. And it was a landslide victory. We all remember the famous conversation with Trump when Trump asked him to investigate the Hunter Biden incident, which led to the ridiculous Trump impeachment. But anyway, I'll bet Zelensky wishes he had helped Trump with that investigation now, doesn't he? Anyway, Zelensky has shown himself to be a leader and a hero. When it was suggested that he leave the country and rule from afar, his response was, "I need ammunition, not a lift." He was referring to a lift out of Ukraine. He has also gone on YouTube and made videos actually asking the Russian people to beg the Russian government to stop the invasion. He has been seen in camo gear looking ready to help with the fight and has said several times it may be the last time you see him, but he will fight along with the people to defend his country. We have also seen the military giving guns and ammo to any citizen who wants to help defend the country. I swear it's like a movie that has the average citizen holding off the enemy, and so far it's working. Here's my favorite quote from Zelensky, right? "You will see our faces, not our backs," as he refers to the fact that his army will move forward and not run. Wow, this guy is like motivational for sure. And here's the other superhero, right? The other hero was Elon Musk. I'm actually wondering if this is a real-life Avengers movie. Elon Musk turned on the Starlink system, which is a satellite system for the internet, and this is so he can get the people of Ukraine back online, back on the internet. Meanwhile, check this out. The Kremlin's website is down, and several websites in Russia have been shut down. All right, I got to tell you that this actually concerns me. Yes, I do like the idea of interrupting services for any enemy, but who's doing the interruptions? Not the governments, not the military, but Google and Facebook. That scares me a lot. This is now beyond the slippery slope. It's pure censorship and fascism, and this is where we're heading in the world. Just be careful, this is terrible. All right. The good news this morning is that Ukrainian delegation has arrived near the border with Belarus to hold talks with Russian officials. This could be the end or the beginning, and I'm sure both sides and the rest of the world are going to be watching, and of course I will be too, because this is going to be some powerful stuff. All right, listen, I'm going to say hello to a few people online, and then we're going to take a quick break. So first of all, I'm going to say hello to Victor and Joe and Charles. Thanks, guys. And Joe says Zelensky is a savage. All right, let's take a break, and we'll see you guys in a couple of seconds.
Okay, so you've thought about investing in real estate, houses, apartment buildings, properties, but don't really know where to start. Well, what if you could very easily learn how to gain strategies to use other people's money to buy and sell houses in the Philadelphia area? If you could learn and network with successful area real estate investors and how to produce monthly income on rental properties without headaches, that place is Investor Schooling. With Investor Schooling, you'll learn from two Philadelphia area rockstar real estate investors, Phil Falcone and Larry Steinhouse, about how to buy and sell properties the easy way and teach you basic and advanced techniques to help you make money in real estate. You can attend Investor Schooling in person or online visual classes 8 times a month. You can and will learn how to make money in real estate. Call for free information and get a complimentary pass to one of these classes. But don't delay, as these complimentary passes are limited. Call the number on your screen now or visit investorschooling.com. investorschooling.com.
All right, welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. And if you'd like more information on investor schooling, you can go to investorschooling.com or call 866-424-2829, 866-424-2829. Hey, I want to thank you all for listening on WWDB Radio 860 in Philadelphia. And if you're watching online, please hit that share button so you can help your friends learn how to make more money and enjoy the show. Hey, I want to say hello to Stephanie. Hey, Stephanie, thanks for watching out there in Florida. I totally appreciate you. All right, hit that like button and let me know you enjoy the show. And you can also leave comments on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube, and I'll try to respond to them live. All right, so let's talk about what's going on right now in the futures. The futures are actually moving. I guess they're moving up, not down, but they're not as down as they were, so something like that, right? So right now, the Dow is down 267, the S&P is down 40, and the NASDAQ is down 126. Still a bad day, but not that horrible if you think about it, right? So we talked about the war, and I'm telling you, this guy Zelensky, wow, what he's like Batman. He really is. It's amazing to me. All right, coming up, we have earnings season ending. We have crypto and the Ukraine, and we have Disney's Star Cruiser. Listen to this. This is going to be really fascinating, Disney Star Cruiser. And of course, we have today's picks and plays. But first, did you guys hit that like button? Did you hit that share button? Don't forget to leave comments on Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube and Twitter. And if you're listening on WWDB Radio, be sure to set a preset to this station and listen every day at 7:30. But by the way, I used to say to pull out your knob and push it back in. That's how old school I am. But now I think you have to hold the button. So if you got to listen on WWDB, hold the button until it goes beep, and that will be the preset. Also, look up Money Chat Now on Facebook when you get home, and let me know what you think of the show. All right, let's talk about what's going on in the earnings world. So let's talk about earnings this week, right? So at the end of earnings, it's really the end of earnings season, and there are a few more notable earnings this week to look forward to. Today we will see Lucid Group, Lucid. It's an electric car manufacturer announcing their earnings. Now, Lucid is about $25 a share, and it has peaked $55 a share twice in the past year, each time after the earnings report. So keep that in mind. But I have noticed several new electric car companies competing in the market recently, and it kind of reminds me of the old days, right? Where entrepreneurs were creating new things and new companies. Remember like Dell and Apple being created in the garages of their founders? I'm actually wondering if I could start an electric car company in my garage. I'm kind of thinking my garage probably isn't big enough. But look for Lucid earnings after the bell. And on Tuesday, Target and Kohl's will be announcing in the morning, and the retailers are faring surprisingly well with inflation, so I might expect that'll be decent earnings for both. Domino's Pizza will also be announced, and I expect that so many people have been accustomed to delivery that they will do well. I don't know if you guys have seen some of these advertisements that Domino's doing, but they're giving incentives to customers who pick up the pizza instead of having it delivered. And this is a sign to me that they're overwhelmed with deliveries, so that may mean that they may do very well. Salesforce is another company that I expect or hope will do terribly. As a customer of Salesforce to manage my business, I am so disappointed in so many aspects of this company, especially in their customer service. This is basically going to make people cancel their subscriptions and move on to easier, more friendly CRM companies. I know, I've been thinking about creating my own CRM, and I actually keep thinking I really should do that. We saw Salesforce with the Symbol CRM tank last earnings period, and basically, it tanked because people were canceling. All right, coming up, the rest of the week, we'll also have AMC, Best Buy, and Gap. I'll keep you informed, But just remember, in about 2 weeks, we'll be at the center of the earnings period. We'll be the center of the two earnings periods, right? So the earnings period that was just announced and the next one coming up will be the center. And I call this the dead zone. And this is the period where money managers will start to become interested in stocks again as we head into the next earnings season. It's a good time to start buying the bargains that are going to start coming up. Let's talk about crypto and the Ukraine. Hey, if you're in crypto right now, just let me know online if you're in crypto right now, because I'm curious. If there ever was a time for cryptocurrency to prove its strength, it's now. With the banks being controlled by governments and even the SWIFT banking system being shut down, basically to Russia, it's difficult to navigate sending money to support countries like Ukraine or even the Canadian truckers or, frankly, even Russia, right? So we saw the GoFundMe accounts of the truckers get closed and the money was all confiscated. We are now watching people trying to make donations to Ukraine and having trouble as the banks are closed and the internet is spotty. Well, here comes crypto to the rescue. The Ukrainian government has opened 2 wallets that they say have received more than $10 million of donations from, non-governmental organizations supporting Ukraine. You know what I'm thinking here, don't you? Crypto is also a way for government donations to be made without any trace of where they came from. So governments can actually donate now, and no one will know they donated. Well, anyway, besides that, the concept of decentralized currency is going to prove itself during this war. That means one of two things may happen. Think about it, right? Think about what's going to happen, right? The first thing is that cryptocurrency actually becomes the worldwide currency, which is what everybody wants, or more likely, it's that government installs regulations to slow its growth and usage. I know right now they're trying to shut down the money going to Russia, and they're having trouble with that. The question I'll bet you're asking is, should I invest in crypto and will it go up? All right. I'm no expert in crypto, but I do believe that crypto is going to level off to slower peaks and valleys as it slowly gets accepted into mainstream. I actually think we all missed the boat, but hey, if you're getting in now, enjoy, whatever. I don't think you're going to lose much, but I don't think you're going to make much. It's not like before, right? But I've been wrong before, several times, in fact. All right, let's talk about Disney's Star Cruiser. Listen up, Linda. All right, I know where I want to take my next cruise. I'm going to the sky in a Star Cruiser in the Star Wars galaxy. Disney has created an immersive experience that takes place on the cruiser called the Halcyon. It all starts with taking a shuttle to the Shangri-La Starlines system, right? So Shangri-La Starlines is going to be launching the Halcyon, and then you board the Halcyon when you get there. And according to reports, this is an immersive adventure. You must go into the adventure with full imagination and allow yourself to be part of the adventure. So Ann Morrow Johnson, the executive producer and executive creative director at Walt Disney Imagineering, says, it's not really a cruise. It's not really a theme park. It's not really a hotel. It's not really a 48-hour piece of immersive theater. It's not really a live-action game. It's sort of an intersection between all of these. There are so many different storylines that can unfold over the course of the 2 days that it's truly how you choose to spend your time and respond to the things that you've seen that dictates what you're called upon to do. Wow, I hope I'm called upon to drive a Star Cruiser and shoot down some enemies. And how your story unfolds and ultimately resolves itself, she said. Just this description has me excited to go. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and I really enjoy the Star Wars series. Basically, like on Disney Plus, they have the Mandalorian and Boba Fett. I'm really enjoying those. They bring the world of Star Wars to life, and I can see this as another way to enjoy it. So here's the deal, right? So, Linda's actually saying she flown the Millennium Falcon. We flew it at Disney World a couple of years ago. All right. Anyway, the price tag starts at about $1,200 per person for a 2-day trip. So start saving your pennies for this one. It really sounds great. And of course, I have to go there. Now that Disney World has dropped their Nazi mask requirements, I may be seeing Mickey Mouse in the near future, and I'm definitely going to be taking a ride in the Halcyon when I'm there, because it's going to be awesome. All right, we're going to take a quick break right now, and we're going to come back and talk about the rest.
Okay, so you've thought about investing in real estate, houses, apartment buildings, properties, but don't really know where to start? Well, what if you could very easily learn how to gain strategies to use other people's money to buy and sell houses in the Philadelphia area? If you could learn and network with successful area real estate investors and how to produce monthly income on rental properties without headaches, that place is Investor Schooling. With Investor Schooling, you'll learn from two Philadelphia area rockstar real estate investors, Phil Falcone and Larry Steinhouse, about how to buy and sell properties the easy way and teach you basic and advanced techniques to help you make money in real estate. You can attend Investor Schooling in person or online visual classes 8 times a month. You can and will learn how to make money in real estate. Call for free information and get a complimentary pass to one of these classes. But don't delay, as these complimentary passes are limited. Call the number on your screen now or visit investorschooling.com. investorschooling.com.
All right, welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse, and of course, if you'd like more information on Investor Schooling, you can go to investorschooling.com or call 866-424-2829, 866-424-2829. Hey, don't forget to show up, because I'm telling you, we teach some really great stuff there. You definitely want to be there. All right, so far we've been discussing the futures update. Right now, the Dow is only down 289. When I say that, it actually sounds like, I'm excited that the Dow is only down 289. I'm really not excited that the Dow is down, but I'm excited that it's down 289, not 800 like it was last week when the war started, right? The S&P is down 39, and the NASDAQ is down 120. So these are kind of like normal numbers, All right, we talked about the war update, and I'm telling you, this guy Zelensky, man, wow, he's like Batman. And it really is. It's almost like the Avengers taking place with Elon Musk kicking in and turning on the internet. We also talked about earnings season ending, and we talked about the fact that people are using crypto to send money to Ukraine. And we're talking about my next vacation, which is going to be on the Disney Star Cruiser. I'm wondering if we can get off and actually watch, the sky or whatever. Right? All right, so coming up, of course, is today's picks and plays. But first, did you guys hit that like button yet? Did you hit that share button yet? Let everyone know what great stocks are coming by sharing this information. And you could share it on your page or in groups that you feel will benefit from great stock plays. And I know when you share, so you guys hit that share button. And if you're listening on WWDB Radio, set one of your presets to this station and listen every day at 7:30 for all you need to know about the politics behind the stock market and what great plays are going to make you some money. All right, don't forget, we also have coming up something. We have something really cool. We have something coming up. We have an event, and you'll learn how to be free. You'll actually learn how to make money and be free. Investor Schooling is having an amazing event in April, and you want to be there. This event, we will be discussing money, specifically how to make more and keep more. But we're also going to have two prominent, well-known and admired freedom fighters who will talk about how you can win the fight for freedom. And one of them, of course, is my friend Bill Spadia. He's the #1 talk show host in New Jersey and the founder of the Common Sense Club. And this is designed to help people live in freedom and not tyranny. This event will be an all-day event on April 24th at the historic Washington Crossing Inn, and it will include a continental breakfast and a wonderful lunch by their first-class chef. Go to 4mmw.com to register for this event. The current price is $197 as an early bird special, and the price will probably be increasing soon. Remember, the event will be about money and freedom, and with our scheduled guest speakers, you won't want to miss it. Go to 4mmw.com and register right now. All right, great tips for today. It's going to be another mixed-up day in the market today. We obviously have the war worries, and they're being muted, however, by the fact that peace talks are happening right at this moment. So as I said before, there are peace talks going on right now, but of course, peace talks always break down the first couple of attempts. So I would expect nothing to come out of them today. The ruble, the Russian currency, has dropped 33% overnight. Look, for you Forex traders, this is a play. It will certainly bounce back, if not in the near future, definitely in the mid-future. I still like Meta into the spring. I believe the stock will rebound into the 250s easily as we gear up for the next earnings season. So I would go for it. And the symbol, of course, is Facebook, right, or FB. I've been saying the stock has been beaten down too much for the bad earnings report last quarter. And the metaverse, I got to tell you, might be a problem for them. But at this time, I'm going to say it's not going to stay a problem. It may be something in the future. All right. It looks like the weapon stocks like Northrop Grumman and Lockheed Martin got woken up when Putin called on his nuclear team to be ready for anything. Yeah, that was one of the articles too. Putin said he's going to have the nuclear team ready for anything. I think this may be a very short-term play, but I'm still going to stay away from it. Too speculative for my money. The cruise and airline stocks are still a play for me. I bought and sold options on American Airlines a few times this year, and every time it goes below 17, I buy it and then ride it to 19. I'm looking for my next buy or sell in the next few days, and I'm going to tell you, don't let the crazy time in the market make you crazy. Look for patterns, set buy prices, and pounce on the bargains. I like the idea of SPY puts and calls each time the market overreacts. And this may be a quick play for some of you who want to do daily trades on the SPY and the the SPY and calls and puts. All right. So real quick now, the Dow is down 300, the S&P is down 44, and the Nasdaq is down 135. All right, real quick on the crypto scene. Crypto is an interesting place to be right now. Look, if you're a miner, it's going to be really profitable for you as more and more people start to accept crypto as a mainstream method of currency. And of course, what's going on with that too is all the money being sent to Ukraine and also Russia, unfortunately too, but it is being sent there. And that's going to be some really interesting transactions, a lot of transactions. By the way, it still confuses me. For example, I have a bunch of money in a wallet and I have no idea how to get them out. I'm just going to leave them there, hope for the best, and maybe one day they'll be worth a lot of money. Who knows? All right, gold and silver are still just hovering, and they're starting to move like they should. They're moving opposite to the stock market and should rise today as the stock market goes down. All right, the 10-year Treasury bond is still just under 2, and it's not moving much, so that's actually pretty good too. Hey, I want to thank everybody on WWDB Radio 860 AM in Philadelphia for listening, and I want to thank you for your continued support. And if you're enjoying the show, please reach out and let us know. You can leave comments on the WWDB fan page and look for us online. My name, of course, is Larry Steinhouse. I'm the host of Money Chat Now, and I'm also the CEO of Investor Schooling. So I want you guys to understand that, hey, from time to time, I own some of the options and some of the assets discussed in this show, and the opinions discussed in this show is solely mine, and no one has asked me to discuss them. I say it all the time. A lot of people ask me not to discuss them. Hey, don't forget to pre-order my new book. Go to barnesandnoble.com and look up Money Hacks by Larry Steinhouse. Pre-order it, and I promise you will learn something. And by the way, if you actually pre-ordered the book and you want to come visit me on Thursday, I have another copy for you that I will sign. So if you go to investorschooling.com and you sign up and you pre-order the book, I will give you another copy that I will sign and autograph for you, and you'll have a signed copy. So when the book becomes really famous, of course, you'll be able to make a whole lot of money by selling that signature. Maybe even you could even take that signature and make it into an NFT and sell it online. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. It could work. It might not work. Hey, listen, you guys pay attention to what's happening today, and make sure that you guys come in and see us every single day here at 7:30. And don't forget to have a profitable day.